That is Krishna consciousness movement, that you endeavor in this life, so long you are alive, to get a body like God. That will solve your all problems, namely birth, death, old age and disease.
What is the difference between God and ourselves, and what is the relationship?
God is great, we are small. Otherwise we the same. God is also living entity, you are also living entity. God is eternal, you are also eternal. God is full of bliss, you are also full of bliss. So, quality, there is no difference. Only difference is quantity. Just like a drop of sea water, it is salty. So this means in the drop there is salt. But the quantity of the salt in the drop is not equal to the quantity of the salt in the vast water. And there is another example, just like the big fire and the sparks of the fire. The spark of the fire, when it falls on your cloth, a point like space, it can burn. But the big fire can burn the whole building. So the quality of God is in every one of us. We may take as a small God, that's all. But the power is different. God can create a planet like the sun which is floating in the air, and you can create a small airplane floating in the air. God can create a mosquito which has got the same construction like the aeroplane, but you cannot do it. That is the difference between God and you. You can create, He can create, but His creation and your creation is not equal. Who put this question? What is the difference between God and us? You put, what is it?
Well, I think that what is the relation between you and
That you can understand what is the relation between big and small. The big is the master and the small is the servant. If somebody is big, big merchant, big factory owner, you go to serve him. So that relation is very clear, that the master, the big is the master and the small is the servant. Therefore our business is to serve God. We are serving, but we are now serving dog. We are taking care of dog, not of God. This is our position. Because we are meant for service, so instead of giving service to God, we are giving service to dog. Therefore we are unhappy. See there.
After taking birth again, how does one continue his spiritual progress? I have two questions. And also, when one is feeling very weak, fallen, how can he get going spiritually?
First of all, the next body may not be for cultivating knowledge in spiritual life, because we are already fallen, and if we do not elevate, we may accept another body still fallen. Therefore, the intelligent person in this human form of life should take to spiritual cultivation of knowledge immediately. Immediately means before another death takes place. Because death will take place, that is certain. So our duty is immediately take to cultivation of spiritual knowledge, so that we may get next life either liberation or another opportunity for cultivating spiritual knowledge. So anyone who begins cultivation of spiritual knowledge, he is on the path of perfection. But even if he falls down immaturely, he is guaranteed to get next life a human body, so that he can again begin his cultivation of spiritual knowledge and make his life perfect. Therefore the conclusion is that without delay, we should immediately take to spiritual life and try to make our life perfect. Because there is no certainty when our death is coming. That is real intelligence.
How many births do we have? How many births do we have?
Birth? There is no counting. Because unless you come to spiritual knowledge, the birth and death will continue. Yes.
Do we have to liberate ourselves from karma in order to achieve Krishna?
Yes, the karma is the binding. So long our mind is karma conscious, then we have to take another body. Therefore, bhakti is defined. Annavilasita sunnam jnana karmat anavritam karma. People are very much enthusiastic to be engaged in karma, fruitive activities. And some of them are very eager to speculative knowledge. That is called jnana. Therefore bhakti is jnana karma dhanavritam. It must be uncovered by the speculative knowledge and fruitive activities. By karma you are bound up to accept birth and death. By jnana you can be liberated for the time being, but you again fall down. But by bhakti you are firmly fixed up in your spiritual platform.
Are there many universes or only one?
Innumerable, you cannot count. This is one of the universes, with so many planets, suns, moon. That is stated in the Vedic literature. Jasya prabha prabhavatu jagadanda koti. Jagadanda means the universe. It is ball-like, anda, egg-like. Jagadanda koti, koti means millions. So all combined together, there is material world. This is only 1/4 part of the creation of God. And the 3/4 part is the spiritual world.
But do we think of Jesus Christ, Muhammad, Buddha, and another holy person? How we different messages for God?
They have got little advancement, just like Mohammedan, they accept the kingdom of God, and the Buddhists, they say that this material world has to be finished. Buddhists do not give any information of the spiritual world, but they do not like this material world, they want to finish it. So every religious principle is preached according to the candidate, place and time. So if one surpasses these stages, then he can come to the higher stages of spiritual understanding.
Maybe religion is simply imagination or big business.
Yes, if there is no right information, it is something like that. We should try to understand what is religion. Religion means the law of God. Just like law means the rulings given by the state, that is law. Similarly, religion means the rulings given by God. But if one does not know what is God, then how he can accept what is his ruling? Therefore, anyone who has got very scanty knowledge of God, that kind of religion is also scanty. That is the definition in the Vedic literature. Dharmantu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Dharma, religion means the codes or the law given by God. And the Bhagavad Gita, the same ruling is given. Law. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekang saranang braja. You give up all types of man-made religion. You simply surrender unto me. Therefore the conclusion is, religion means to surrender to God. So one who is fully surrendered to God is religionist.